Good morning. It's Thursday, July 18th. I'm Jasmine Anderson. Former President Trump is preparing to address supporters at the Republican National Convention tonight. His first public remarks since the attempt on his life in Pennsylvania last weekend. He's expected to accept his party's nomination this evening. Last night, his VP nominee, J.D. Vance, introduced himself to a national audience.
To the people of Middletown, Ohio, and all the forgotten communities in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, and every corner of our nation, I promise you this: I will be a vice president who never forgets where he came from.
The Ohio senator shared the story of his upbringing and made the case that his party best understands the challenges facing struggling Americans. Former Long Island Congressman Lee Zeldin also took the stage to support Trump and the GOP agenda. Sherry Einhorn is at the convention with a look at what that could mean for Long Islanders.
There's a lot of pomp and promises here in Milwaukee as Republicans across the country rally around Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, and the GOP agenda. Hundreds of miles from Milwaukee are Long Island voters watching and waiting to find out how what's happening here helps them at home. Under Trump, the SALT tax deduction was capped at $10,000. Will local GOP lawmakers work to repeal the cap, which is set to expire at the end of the year? Do you support keeping the cap at $10,000?
Absolutely not. I want it all back. I want it to expire, and I want everybody in my district and across New York to get that full deduction. I believe it's double taxation. Immigration, another hot-button topic on Long Island, where some school districts and not-for-profits say their resources are being stretched thin. Over a year ago, House Republicans, including myself, Nick LaLota, and Andrew Garbarino, all who sit on the House Homeland Security Committee, not only got through committee, but then passed on the floor H.R. 2, the Secure the Border Act, which would have invested millions upon millions of dollars in our southern border in technology and infrastructure, would have hired more Customs and Border Patrol agents, would have helped process asylum seekers, would have began rebuilding the wall again. Earlier this year, the Senate negotiated a bipartisan immigration bill that collapsed when the Speaker of the House vowed it would never reach the floor for a vote.
We feel the first solution towards the economic issues that are challenging so many Long Islanders, especially on inflation, is to extract America's energy reserves that are beneath our feet. Now listen, we ought to do it safely, we ought to do it cleanly, but we shouldn't rely upon our adversaries in Russia and Venezuela and Iran for our energy. Where Republicans may not agree with some Long Island voters are on issues like abortion, student loan forgiveness, and affordable housing. In Milwaukee, I'm Sherry Einhorn for NewsdayTV.
Sherry, thank you. Get more of our team coverage from the RNC on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. New pressure today on President Joe Biden to step aside. This is Biden returning home to Delaware last night after testing positive for COVID. Yesterday, California Congressman Adam Schiff became the highest profile House Democrat to call for Biden to drop his re-election bid. Biden has insisted he'll stay in the race. Another Babylon Junior-Senior high school teacher has lost teaching privileges in the wake of sexual misconduct allegations. Drew Scott has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
I was a prime kind of target.
Meet former Babylon High School student Brittany Roll. She appeared before Babylon High School officials in 2021 and accused her former track coach and business teacher, Andrew Maroulis, of grooming her for sex after she turned 18.
So he sat me down and told me that he wanted to take my virginity because no one else could love me like he did. And I completely froze.
Brittany says there was a culture of abuse at Babylon High School, and now Maroulis is the fourth teacher there to surrender his teaching license.
There's a lot of damage that has been done.
Last week, rather than face a state education department hearing, Maroulis, now living in Florida, gave up his teaching license. Roll says the relationship began with text messages and progressed in her senior year in 2010. Newsday reporter Don Donzel says after 10 years on an emotional roller coaster, Brittany had to speak out about Maroulis.
She kept going because she thinks of the future generations of students, and she wanted to send a message to the school district.
Newsday reporter Jim Bombach says sadly it's taken Albany 3 years to look into the accusations at Babylon High School and investigate.
The state education department has not as many investigators to look into this. So we found last year that it can typically take 2 to 3 years for these things. I found one case that took 8 years.
Maroulis denies that he groomed Brittany and denies the relationship. He has not been charged with any criminal behavior. Babylon schools say they have now taken multiple steps to ensure what is alleged here couldn't happen in the future.
No amount of confidence that I gained from feeling noticed by him was worth the toll it's taken on my life.
Drew Scott for Newsday TV.
Drew, thank you. Read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. A search underway for a new Suffolk County Fire Commissioner. Last week, Fire Rescue and Emergency Services Commissioner Patrick Beckley, a holdover from the Bellone administration, was abruptly let go by current County Executive Ed Romaine. Deputy FRES Commissioner Rudy Sunderman will serve as acting commissioner while a replacement is found. Cedar Beach and Mount Sinai is getting a septic system. This fall, the Brookhaven town will begin a $200,000 project to replace cesspools at the park. Officials say the beach is prone to severe runoff and is frequently closed following storms due to high bacteria levels.
By moving forward away from traditional septic systems to integrated alternatives, we pull that nitrogen out and we put cleaner water into our sound, preserving the sound and the future for the next generations.
The project is partially funded by Suffolk's Water Quality Protection and Restoration Program. Only in Newsday, another push to take Nassau's Water Authority public. The South Nassau Water Authority is looking to take over a portion of water service from Liberty Utilities, primarily in Hempstead. The area serves 120,000 customers. The move comes as many of Liberty's customers are facing 3-year rate hikes of up to 45%. Some good news to share. Our Newsday TV family is growing. You see this? Anchor Macy Egeland and her husband Cody are celebrating the birth of Peyton Claire. She was born on Tuesday, weighing in at 6 pounds, 10 ounces, 19 and a half inches tall. Baby and mom are happy and healthy. Welcome to the world, Peyton, and congratulations to Mama Macy and Papa Cody. A new store is taking Long Islanders back in time. Elisa DiStefano has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
It is so happy in here. I can't wait to see what I'll find.
There's a lot to look through at Dynamite Vintage in Wantagh.
I've been shopping and buying vintage since I was in high school. Basically, I just pick out the stuff I like.
I think I had this exact number here.
Gina Shaw has stocked her new store with old favorites and so many fun finds.
I was a librarian.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Yeah, and so this is probably one of my most prized possessions. And so everything has different stuff in it.
From accessories to knickknacks, dinosaurs, of course, and clothing.
We have a very wide selection of Y2K vintage. I aim to have the biggest plus size vintage section. I do have some really good t-shirts.
I had one like this from every vacation.
Let's talk beach towels because, yeah, so these are kind of my favorite thing. Everyone loves a broken-in beach towel.
But also, it brings back so many happy memories.
Let me show you some of the best of the best. This would be a major flex to have this. Look at this, romantic.
I feel like this is like an 80s moment.
It is. It's the Michelin Man just on vacation, vibing on the beach. This is my very, very favorite that I've ever found.
Jana prides herself on specializing in vintage towels and sheets.
I had these.
I know, I think I did too.
I had these. I'm in my 90s elements.
Yeah.
I get my glory here.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is, if it's colorful.
And 90s is vintage. Like, how did that happen?
But the people who are here and excited and get it, like, they love it. And those are my people.
Elisa DiStefano, Newsday TV.
Read more about Dynamite Vintage on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
What's Up on Long Island is brought to you by EastEndGetaway.com. End up here.
Here's what's up on Long Island. Check out the Great South Bay Music Festival. More than 60 performers from various genres will perform on 4 stages. Headliners include Pepper and Dark Star Orchestra. It's tonight through Sunday at Patchogue's Shorefront Park. Or see Santana and Counting Crows. Grammy-winning Rock and Roll Hall of Fame guitarist Carlos Santana takes the stage alongside Grammy and Academy Award-nominated rock band Counting Crows. It's Sunday night at Northwell at Jones Beach Theater in Wantagh. Comedian, actor, writer, and musician Paul Reiser showcases his talents on stage here on the island. He'll be at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center Sunday night. For admission, info, and more events, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. Checking out your hyperlocal Thursday forecast. A bit of a break in that brutal heat that we've been experiencing, but it's still warm out there, so keep that in mind. Here's a look outside at Shinnecock Fishing Dock in Hampton Bays. A good deal of clouds out there today. Hey, but we'll take it. Checking out your day planner. Cloudy today, highs in the 80s. So keep that in mind if you're headed to the beach. Tomorrow, sunny with highs in the 80s. Grab some sunscreen, you're going to need it. And here's a look at your 7-day forecast.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy, helping Long Islanders save on their energy bills for over 20 years.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.